Hello all. The checkered history of the state of Jammu and Kashmir seems to be drawing to a happy conclusion. Why I am making this statement is, if we observe the history of Jammu and Kashmir over the past decade, in fact, we can see that in the year 2015, President's rule has been imposed on the state of Jammu and Kashmir by suspending the state government of Jammu and Kashmir. Then thereafter, in the year 2019, Article 317, which provided special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, it has been revoked by the central government with significant opposition from the local population. Then thereafter, for a long haul of period, the state of Jammu and Kashmir, or today the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, did not have any elections. And finally, in the year 2024, general elections were conducted. And in the general elections, there was very high voter turnout of nearly 63.88% voter turnout was there, which was a very good turnout for a state which had a history of boycotting the elections. And thereafter, the new government was formed, and the new government recently, after a gap of nearly 6 years, it has presented a budget to the state assembly. So this is what I am talking about as a happy news, primarily because the economic survey of and budget of Jammu and Kashmir, they look very promising. And how they are promising? First and foremost, between the year 2019 to 2024, the state of Jammu and Kashmir, it had an overall growth rate of nearly 4.89%. Then apart from overall growth rate of 4.89%, in the same 5-year period, the per capita income of the people in Jammu and Kashmir, it has increased by 148%. So it means almost the per capita income of the people of Jammu and Kashmir in the past 5 years, it has doubled. Then over and above that, even the unemployment indicators also have stabilized, and currently the unemployment rate is just 6.1%, which is much less than the national average. Then over and above that, the budget is anticipating for the state of Jammu and Kashmir to grow at 7.06%, which is almost a percent higher than the national anticipated growth rate. So a state which is having a significant problem of insurgency, a long drawn out political conflict, then over and above that, it is facing numerous challenges because of its unique geographical terrain, and along with that, shared boundaries with other countries. If it is promising such high growth rates and such low unemployment rates, then along with that, it is also anticipating a growth rate of nearly 7%. This is definitely happy news for us. Then over and above that, the state of Jammu and Kashmir, it is trying to focus on two important areas. One is agriculture and second is tourism. As we might be knowing, the state of Jammu and Kashmir, in fact, boasts a lot many unique varieties of agriculture products, ranging from saffron, ranging to aromatic rice varieties, aromatic rajma varieties. Multiple other varieties of agricultural crops are very promising in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And we also know that Jammu and Kashmir as a state is very important for apple production in India. All of these are the promises of agriculture for the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And currently, Jammu and Kashmir agriculture contributes almost 20% to the state's income, but nearly 43% of the population are dependent on agriculture, which is a common problem all across India. So, but it needs to improve. Then over and above that, one more important dimension that we need to understand is Jammu and Kashmir as a state, the state budget has promised special schemes for women empowerment. This is also one thing which we need to celebrate, primarily because in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, women have never been given due significance before. In fact, the freedoms of women were restricted because of a particular ideological orientation. Women were always, in fact, given very less importance. But the current budget, it gives disproportionate significance to the aspect of women empowerment, and it promises that free travel to women. Then 40,000 women entrepreneurs would be supported by the state government, is a special scheme of Jammu and Kashmir state budget. So this shows how the state of Jammu and Kashmir is in fact taking huge strides in order to move away from its insurgency torn background, and let's hope so that in future the growth of Jammu and Kashmir might also help us to restore the statehood to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And over and above this, even when it comes to tourism, most of the tourism in the state of Jammu and Kashmir is currently confined to the region of Jammu. In fact, if you look at the last year data, 80% of the tourist footfalls in the state of Jammu or in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, they in fact went to Jammu but not to Kashmir Valley. Once the conditions in Kashmir Valley improve, definitely more tourism will happen to the Kashmir Valley region too. So this is a very good news for the Indian state, and maybe the revocal of Article 370 has brought in a positive change